So it was requested of me to do an informational video on nose piercing, just like the one I did for my tongue piercing video. So that's what I'm going to do. Yes, I do have my nose pierced, just a little guy in there. But I wanted to just kind of tell you guys about my experience with it and what I know about it. So I got my nose pierced when I was a senior in high school. I think I got it done maybe like a month after I turned 18. And the first time I got it done, it was really, really crooked. I went to a pretty reputable shop to get it done, and it was really crooked. And I kept it in for maybe, I guess I didn't really realize how crooked it was. Well, I knew, but I didn't want to take it out because I didn't want to go through it again. So I kept it in for maybe a month, and then I got a job that made me take it out, and it hadn't healed, and it hadn't healed right. Hadn't healed yet because it wasn't going to heal right because it was so crooked and irritated from me constantly trying to straighten it out. So I took it out and it closed up right away. So I waited about a year and a half, and I went in and got it done again. And so what they'll do is they'll mark your nose. They usually tell you to go like this and scrunch your nose up, and they put it where there isn't like a wrinkle. You check the dot, make sure that's where you want it, just like with most piercings, they dot you first. And with me, I've seen it done different ways. I've seen it done where they'll actually take a receiving tube like this and put it in your nose, and then they'll, like this, and then they'll pierce the needle. They put the needle straight into the tube to catch it. With me, they actually put a cork right up my nose, and then they caught the needle on when it was coming through with the cork. It's an 18 gauge needle, hollow. They'll clean the inside of your nose out with like iodine, or at least it was iodine for me, which smells terrible, and then they'll go ahead and do it. It does hurt. Like I said in my tongue piercing video, I can't really say for sure how bad it's going to hurt you because everyone's pain tolerance is different. Everyone experiences pain differently, so I can't tell you what it's going to be. After it goes through, you know, they clean it. What they'll put in there is your first stud will be a nose screw. I lost mine actually about a month ago. It's in my carpet somewhere, but I don't know where it is. So I'll put in a picture of one right here. So that's what they'll put in your nose. It's just a regular nose screw at first because that's the hard. It's not going to fall out. A nose screw is not going to fall out. But they'll put in the needle first, which hurts. But when they're twisting that screw in is what hurt me the most because it's already irritated, you know, from the needle, and then they yank that thing through there, so that's really no good. But after they're done, they'll clean it off some more and just make sure that it looks good before they actually show it to you. I have a thing where I get really lightheaded when I get pierced. Like, no matter what it is, I just don't feel well after I get pierced. I'm fine with tattoos, but I'm a pansy when it comes to getting pierced. I've only passed out once after getting pierced, which was my nose. So embarrassing. Okay, sorry if my hair looks a little different than it did earlier in the video. Kyle came over and I had to go to the bank with him. So, anyway, yeah, so, nose piercing. It was so embarrassing because, like, they pierced it and I was totally fine. They put the ring in, I was totally fine. They were cleaning it off when I actually just slumped over in my chair. So, yeah, that's kind of embarrassing, but what can you do? I think it's just because I hadn't eaten at all that day and I don't know. A combination of things because I've been fine every other time. But anyway, yeah, so when you clean it, you want to use sea salt soak. Make sure it's sea salt, not like regular salt. And you might have to Google it. I'm not sure the exact ratios of sea salt to water that you want for the solution, but yeah, just look it up and you'll just like, you can put it on a cotton ball, soak it on there, Q-tip in the inside, just do soaks like 2 or 3 times a day, and then don't touch it is the main thing. Just don't touch it. I had a real time with mine healing. I actually woke up one morning and it had pulled completely through. Like the larger end, the head end, was like in the hole of my nose piercing. It was so bad. It took such a long time. I would say like 8 months to heal. It took forever, and I don't really know why. It never got infected. It just didn't heal. And it is cartilage, so it is going to take a little bit longer to heal than a normal piercing would. But I just can't figure out why that took so long. when it's in your nose, you can't really feel it. I feel it every once in a while because it kind of gets hooked on my septum ring sometimes when my septum is flipped up like it is now. But you really don't notice it that much. Occasionally you will have to turn it because it'll be like this. You see it, kind of? And it'll like stick out of your nose, so you just have to turn it. And I have to check and make sure that mine's like not sticking out this way sometimes, but other than that, it's not too bad. There are different types of rings that you can put in there. As far as studs, the one I have in right now is an L-shaped stud. I can't get it. And it looks like this. Okay. So this is the end with the jewel on it. And that's what it looks like. These are really easy to get in and out. I got these to replace the nose screw, which I don't have a picture of, which I don't have because I lost it. I already said that, but I put a picture of it earlier in the video, hopefully. And, yeah, another kind is a straight one. These are generally called nose bones. They look like this. Found it. It's got the jewel on one end, and then it'll have like a larger ball on the other end. This was way larger, and I actually had to file it down to get it in because these hurt to get in, and sometimes they hurt to take out first few times you do it because you have to push that little ball, which is bigger than the 18 gauge, in first, and that's what holds it in. So those are no fun. There's also like bend to fit ones, but I don't like those because I can never bend them right. And I've always really wanted to wear a ring in mine, but I can never find a ring that's right. I need to go to a piercing shop because I've tried this kind of ring. I don't know how I'm going to put that up there. Like this, which is just like not a full ring. It has got a little stopper here and it goes all the way around. But my problem with these, and I've heard a lot of people have this problem, so I would kind of hesitate if I were you to get one like this, is when it's in my nose. Yeah. When it's in my nose, this part doesn't go, like, you're supposed to put it in through here and then it threads all the way around. This stops it from coming out from the inside, and this is supposed to go, like, this end is supposed to end back in your nose so that you can't see it. But mine doesn't end back in my nose, and you can totally tell that it's a half ring and it looks really stupid. I've also tried this kind, which is an open and closing ring like this, but this is too big and it looks ridiculous. I hesitate to order online. But what I would suggest to get if you do want a hoop is a captive bead ring like this. This is not a nose one, it's too small and the gauge is not the right size, or it's not the right gauge. But it's just like the little ball pops out like that, and then you have the ring and it goes back in there. This is probably your best bet for a realistic looking nose ring, is to get a captive bead ring in an 18 gauge. You probably want to go to a piercing shop and ask them for help though, to make sure that the diameter is right for your nose, otherwise it's going to look really stupid. So, yeah, that's all I have to say, and I'm going to go get to editing, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.